When does the blessing rain? May 29th, 2025. Summer seems to have just brushed past our beings and existence. That's good. I have my jingles here for moral support. There is a pattern to this voice and a theme to the content, whether one is consciously or unconsciously tracking it. We talked about doing the work and getting the result, and then it's just an background app running. What could we be talking about next? Sometimes I don't even know. I have a hint, and then it kind of shapes itself into a form of some kind of a blessing. It's been flawless for years now. We used to be able to sit for hours and do this. Everybody wants fast food nowadays. The only reason we want to do things fast and get it over with is because we're not patient with what's happening, or we're uncomfortable with the situation. I think I'm blessed and gifted that way, that I think about anyone who's going through similar situation. For me, these words and songs and just the voice itself, a pure rendition of soothing words and something out of this world, something so very beautiful, something that is so real, and the experiences mind-bending and heart-changing. So one takes the story of what has happened in their lives and just moves on. But when things are going too fast, then it's not clear. Now is the time to really slow down a little bit, just a little bit, so it's not threatening to all the accumulated patterns and habits. You can still live with most of the wonderful things of this world. What I keep coming back to again and again in the circle is to nurture the self in such a way, to transform in ways, and to become the complete being that we are, to the fullest potential of what you really are, which is a lot actually. So I'm going to be pondering more wherever that is going to lead me personally in my life. But the topic that's been around is what pain and suffering life brings and how we go through with it. We have life, we have come into existence, and there is a space between the life and the death when this particular body is going to be gone, leaving behind a story. It is something, it means a lot, and every story counts. So, in this work, we talk about pain is not the star of the show, and how one works around the pain to survive. Life is that powerful. A cut heals, wounds to heal, and the pain and the suffering do go away after we do the work and get the result. To be completely free from it is to go through it. Recently, I had a minor accident. I slipped while I was aware and conscious, and how these things happen. Sometimes, not everything is in our control. So we do our best to see what is in our control. Most of the time, again, you come back to the only thing we have in our control is our thoughts, our life. And when you come back to yourself, you're with your own self, and that's all the control you have. So many things get simplified. Life itself becomes just doing what is important. Even then, there are times when you are caught off guard with pain and suffering. So while it was happening, I watched it happen. My body fell and kind of adjusted itself into a position where, thank God, nothing was broken, but there was a minor injury in my ankle, and I've been limping around, and there was a lot of pain. But again, I was quick enough to think that nothing worse happened and I'm still able to walk around. I had a similar experience years before when I fell, slipped on the steps outside in the premises where we eat. There is so much additional baggage that comes with any kind of experiences like that, depending on your upbringing. So I just sat down because you don't know what has happened, how much it's broken. This was the first fall. But I felt a very strong spirit from within, just kind of like somebody just lifting me up, and I hear the voice, get up, nothing's happened, and you just start to walk. Some people exclaimed when I fell. They saw, no one came to help, but I've learned on and off through so many experiences that most of the times a body goes through its own pain and suffering in its own way. People can help, but the level at which everything is exaggerated and twisted and turned, it's sometimes hard to see the truth of what is, especially when we have had a mind that has been habitually falling all the time into a very extreme level of emotion and unconsolable pain. For that particular mind, it is real. It is going through some kind of a sickness. One cannot just eliminate or just walk away. We do come into a family, we're born in a family, we have a story, and we're going somewhere. So the people that we're put in around us is meant to be. One has to keep growing, become that person that you're meant to be, supposed to be, and use all these things around as a marker, a gauge, and a friction. Sometimes these energies are so opposite. I was thinking the other day, extremes. We are witnessing the extremes of good and evil, everything opposites, the duality. It's at its peak, in my opinion, and what I am observing. So, if it's true, you feel like you're being hurt a lot and you are going through certain things that you're not able to bear, or all these commotions, trust me, I've been there. So it must be worked on, and lessons are learned through, just like my experiences. If we put awareness and meaning into every moment we're living and everything we do, it does become a beautiful story. We're not walking around with bitterness or some anger towards somebody or hating our own selves. It's a very freeing feeling. Don't you all want to be free like that? Even after realizing that over and over again, the basic things of the body living and dying and going through its karma, that no one can escape that. But if we can just create a little bit of space in the mind to go through the pain properly, meaning diagnosing it properly, and basically not making up stuff and being very genuine about it, almost all the things that I've supernaturally experienced healed naturally. 100%. Everything was natural, including my pregnancy and birth, because it was intended. Yes, all the things happened, but again, life itself is it's real. But these real things should be pertain to the human nature of existence. Collecting and accumulating everything all around us, it creates a big baggage, and the body is heavy, the mind is heavy, the soul is heavy, and one feels stuck. So it is an art to figure out, to move around the pain. You don't really, it is tempting to keep touching the pain, do something about it. You deal with it and you let it heal naturally. That means you work around it. If you're able to move around from the body, you do what's necessary. Then in the mind, think about what you need to do, how you would do it normally. These are very elaborate steps. It's like calling it out, but each one figures out. Only take help if it's necessary. People around also. These little things, when we practice living in the house, we're with somebody all the time, it makes a big difference to be able to walk around, process it. It heals faster actually. Learn to grow and carry the pain with grace and dignity. It's a learning process. Instead of shouting, being angry, think about it. That kind of maturity definitely brings healing, and you're in a much mature position, in a state of mind, and then the experience itself leaves you with a freedom, kind of, for that part, the healing part, where you get the space to sit and reflect on it. So we don't touch the pain, we do what we need to do, and then let the rest of the body work on it. That is exactly how it's done even in the mind. Excuse me. You work around it. You try to find the source of that thought, what's disturbing, and then you can do it inch by inch, piece by piece. It's taken a long time, but I am assuming it's a theory. It's never been done before, and there are not many friends here, so I assume that it will get faster and quicker, and will be understood more clearly as the awareness increases and the consciousness itself is changing. Basically, come on the good side. We have a lot to work on, still move on, live life. And then you to maintain it, the work. So that's what we're all doing. We're doing our best. Know that you have drawn this to yourself, and we'll go through this and we'll be in a better place tomorrow, as we learn to love and learn kindness through all these necessary experiences in life, how we are with ourselves and how we are with everyone else. Every day you have to live and go to sleep with no residue, and that's how it should be. Nothing else is worth it. It will change. It has to change, because change is good. So I pray that people who are suffering and are in states of minds that needs to be touched and given a word to, and touch their hearts with love, rise them up with a little bit of comfort and healing medicine to their heart. Let them receive a little bit more peace and clarity to know the truth and do the needful. It's a new beginning. It's a new kind of love. It's a new kind of feeling. It's a new kind of healing. It's a new beginning. It's a beautiful day today. It's the end of May, May 31st, 2021, and a new day, a new month is beginning tomorrow. As of now, I'm feeling very grateful because it's unusually peaceful within me and all around. For those who've been hearing this sound, it's been pretty noisy sometimes. And now I have learned to appreciate the peace in this space whenever I am in tune with it. Today's blessing is a very profound truth, simple, straight, pure essence. No matter what it is, an essence is just a drop. That's all one needs to know or receive to experience the flavor of the essence. That kind of nectar from the heavenly realms, in whatever way, shape, or form, one drop can fall on this earthly plane and create a beautiful garden. I think it's time. It's high time. That there will be one touch option to open the doors. We were talking about to work around the pain. What that means, how one applies it to one's own experiences as they see it and what they want to do with it. It is very important to create the space to do anything, to think anything, to say anything, or to do anything. When the space is filled with nested layers of debris, then it's not the real space. It is an illusion of space. It's not really there, but once you are in space, meaning nothing, you need space to clear out things. Basically, eliminating all junk. Then one gets an opening. There is space to move around, to be flexible, to be mobile. And when that space gets bigger and bigger, then you get some space to expand and accommodate something new. Only then it's real work. I had a few experiences today that gave me a chance to share beautiful thoughts with some people who came to me to say hi. One of my teachers, actually. It was beautiful. We hit the spot, connected. It was meant to be. One thing led to the other, and there was one or two distracting elements that came around to test us, but I don't think anything penetrated it. It was so full of grace and experience of the presence that I think we both left with a sense of recharged. Soothing the soul, freeing the mind, and that's how intense it is. One drop, and it falls at the right place, the right moment, at the right amount, in the right space. Then it hits you so hard. It is so powerful. And there are like chunks of debris and junk is just deleted, just removed. Once the virus is gone, it's gone. She was in tears, being so grateful, and she knew that her prayers were being answered. It is so empowering, so encouraging to see somebody who's gone through similar experiences and are still standing tall and straight and willing to do the work and ready and prepared to receive love and peace. God bless her soul and everyone in the same space and place. In my opinion, in my understanding, it's a viral effect. That kind of a prayer that comes from a heart that has been hurt and been healed. There is an intense moment of connection that is very, very powerful, and it spreads faster than a virus because you're connecting with the soul, you're connecting with the inner network. You don't need a device. We don't need to make appointments, nothing. It's instant effect. So creating that space is very, very important. Find that space and then we learn to be in it. And as we keep accumulating this space of goodness, it becomes the totality of your the essence of who you really are in your shape, in your form. No conflict. There is no doubt. And it's a very freeing feeling. If you keep accumulating it, making it bigger, it can become that much more easy and beautiful. Somebody's done the work, obviously it should be easier. So whatever happened in this particular segment of space, think about it. How many thoughts came and went. There is a shift in the perception of time in the space. And there's no rush, there is definitely no hastiness doing things in an urgent way, saying you don't have time or this or that and you have to go to the next day. There's no stress, and that clears out the space in the place for peace. It'll come, a day will come when it'll be all over. Pain is left behind, perfecting the love, and the story continues with whatever is next in the game. The moon was exceptionally beautiful today. I noticed many looking at it and taking its darshan. It's a simple thing, yes, but to be a part of something so big, and it is a really good feeling to be able to be in tune, tracking it. Little joys of life, very uplifting. Revealing, refreshing. Even entertaining. From the high to the low, everything has been touched, and now the process of integration. It's begun, but it takes time because it needs to be perfect. It can go wrong here. Unit tests have been completed. Then comes the bigger version of the testing. There are steps involved. One could skip if you do better. See, the work is, it goes along with how you are, what you do, and the pace and the, it's set by you in the space you create. So there is no bondage, there is no oppression. It's how beautiful it is. It works for rebels like me, works for impossible minds and closed hearts. See, it's like feeling of, sometimes I'm sure some will agree with me, it's like leaving the keys inside the house, getting locked and you're outside. What do you do? We have to find some workaround, come from behind, open the window, whatever, right? And then make sure next time we take the key with us. So here it is inside. The key is inside our heart to open it. I heard it somewhere, it was so beautiful. You open your heart from inside. We have the keys. If someone comes barging in, then that's illegal, right? That will be trespassing. That will be disrespectful. So one no opens the door from inside. If you're inside the house, that is, if you found the keys and you're inside your house, not locked outside and lost somewhere. So you open the door from inside. with the key that we have. It's a choice to make. If you choose love, you're already sitting prepared with love, then you will only let love enter. There's no fear. Old patterns can be broken in a second. So, beautiful day. Let it end with beautiful thoughts, pleasant memories, and may tomorrow begin beautifully, and let it accumulate. Let it prepare you with a space, a larger than life. We had wheels on our feet, now we may have wings to fly. Let's receive blessings with the grace and dignity, and be prepared for whatever holds in the future. It's like upgrading the system to a new computer, faster, easier, a lot more efficient. Good habits. And it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna get better. And you become one with what you really are, and then you're comfortable in your own skin. You figure it out once you get the knack of it, and then we learn to be comfortable in the space. Yes, there will be challenges. Again and again there will be legal attacks and people throwing trash in the space, dirtying it, but that's okay. The more we clean up, the better we get at the work, and the more space we get. Eventually they'll get tired. Once you don't feed those energies, they only linger around if there's food. If there is no food, either it will starve and die, or it will go somewhere else, or it will eat the food. It is be deceived by its color and its nature, and it will get transformed. It will get blessed. It's contaminating because it feels so good being good, being loved, isn't it? So it can change. Anything can change. It's like one touch. One touch. And we have this all in the space. We have this canvas of life. All prepared. We choose what to color, what strokes to use, and what to create. And hopefully we'll all at least make a dot or a line easy enough. So let's make our lives colorful and beautiful, so we enjoy it, and we let anyone in that presence to also experience the same joy. These essence of nectar will be very useful, if not now, sometime, someday, somehow. It'll all make very good sense. Depends where you're at. But the good is rising. The separation is inevitable. It'll still exist for rising up the opposites, but there will be realizations and revelations, and lessons are learned. Then it is finished. So let's move on. Let's keep up the good work. Do your best. You are being loved. You're being taken care of. And we will continue. We will continue. And we will continue to continue. So rest in peace. We're all here as friends to share tears and fears. And we'll get used to this new space where it won't be that overwhelming to be happy all the time, to be enjoy. It'll become, it's normal actually. That's what is normal, is to be at peace. Go with the flow. Be spontaneous. Choose the good whenever we can. It's a normal thing. Nowadays people look at you with surprise if you're not fighting or if you're not reacting. Anyway, some things, if it's risen to a point where it's clearly visible, then we know the truth. Yeah? There will not be any more defiance or denial or pretense that we cannot see it. We see it. So let it happen. Experience makes it all that much more beautiful, makes a big difference experiencing it. We can do it. For today, that's the prayer. Feel good, sleep good, and wake up good. The gift of love. Words that sound so simple and seems like old and ancient. The truth is, it is simply a beautiful gift that grabs our attention, touches our heart, changes our mind, transforms our life. At times, a gift can be a blessing. the gift of love. It is love, and it is a gift. These words are erupting from a being that is actually experiencing the presence, experiencing this gift of love that was planted as a seed and now become a tree with beautiful fruits in it. And it's eager to share, distribute, and spread the joy. There is a voice in my head. There is a picture of the words that are being shared through the formation of the thoughts. There is definitely a very powerful energy behind it. I am feeling it. It's within me, it's all around me. I can only guess or speculate how it is radiating and touching anything or anyone that is around it, beside it, near it, or hearing it through an audio like this. It doesn't matter. What it does or can do scientifically is just connect energetically, like current, like electricity, to whatever is trying to touch it or receive it, and that is what it would trigger or touch in you. So it's a gift, right? It's a gift. You're given a gift. You love it when you receive it. The joy we used to see and experience in our boys, excitement and happiness that he would radiate when he would receive a gift. Absolutely beautiful. I cherish those memories. The pure joy that a child radiates when given a gift. Think about it. Especially birthdays. He would sing happy birthday to me. it's a celebration of life, you know. You have a life you're living. What do you do with it? Yes, we surely came with and through pain, but that's a price we had to pay to experience life. And one particular aspect of life that makes it more beautiful and awesome is love. And it is something that connects everything and everyone. It animates and emotes your emotion, your feelings and your intentions. And one of the ways we express love is give a gift. It's always giving. When it comes to a gift, it is most valuable when it is given. Obviously, of course, you can give yourself gifts, it's fine, but it's even more joyful when we give it to others. At least for me, all the times I have given, the memory is worth keeping and sharing. You don't forget those times when a gift touched your heart, moved you in such a way that you were in tears. You cherished it, you kept it, Then when we go deeper, the gift of love. It's powerful, it's overwhelming at times. But when it is also received in such a way that it's proportional, it's an explosion. I wrote down a prayer today. May all the hearts in love come together. Come together. And just blast off this, what we call glorious new consciousness, now and forever. This gift of love, when it rises up from within, it's an otherworldly experience. So the urge to just give and share and always live your life from this place of love, what matters the most is the intention and the attitude in giving, receiving, living and loving. Then it becomes a recordable history to Remember, most of the times we spend controlling what is around us. It's natural because there is a survival instinct within any created being that is alive and trying to exist on this God given earth. Then, when it comes to a human being, it's a complex matrix of exchangeable energies in relationships and what happens in it. So depending on what has accumulated as a person in the form of experiences, thoughts, actions, words, it creates a dynamic of an event or an episode or a conflict or whatever. It will take the shape or form of that particular case. With people, mostly it is controlling. One may feel low self-esteem, one may feel overly arrogant about their deluded power. It's all about controlling that. And we think it's defeatable. Let me just keep doing it. What came out of anger or violence or misused power? What really came out of it? Nothing except destruction, chaos. You can't even fix it. It doesn't work. Even if we are shouting at the top of our voice that this is the truth, this is what has happened, you see, the other opposite forces mocks and laughs and hates and hurts and definitely doubts. Understand that I'm not reading this from a book, nor am I referring to any of the ancient scriptures or texts. This is my life, which has become like a scripture, which has become like a book of truth. Because I'm an honest person. I believe in, but that's how everybody feels probably. I believe in how I feel. The thoughts that come to my mind, I share through my mouth. And we've been given this gift of language, complicated again. Imagine just one language. I'm in India, so I'm an Indian. I'm talking about, there are like 14 different languages, basically, the main ones. But when you get deeper into certain sects of culture and tradition, and there are so many different dialects of every kind of language, and uh, people. So the importance of communication through a sound, through a shape of the meaningful conversations that happen between two people. It takes a shape, the shape of what you want to convey. If that is mastered and fine-tuned, and it's based on truth and honesty, then there is something called a relationship there. See, we're going all the way down to the source. Let's stop kidding. Let's wake up. Now it's getting serious, isn't it? Because it is. I think it's high time that someone rises up, wakes up everybody else, and starts to live. We just wake up, Stop the fights, stop hurting each other. But how is that going to happen? It's not a protocol to just stop. It's not. There has to be something that overlaps that, overrides that, and diffuses that energy, disconnects that transference of negative energies going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, just over and over and over again. The rhetoric of me, I. And the stories that are being bombarded and trying to occupy the other person's mind. The abuse is unbelievably toxic. There is no end to talking about that. Let's talk about something new that can actually work, that can actually do some kind of a reality check on the truth. Okay, so first of all, one has to be open. One has to create, we talked about new space in the previous talk. One needs to be open to first create this space, be in it, be comfortable in it, understand it. Then we can put new stuff. Again, let me just express my frustrated feeling about this old mindsets and this old rhetoric and everything old. It's so thick. It's like nothing cleans it up, nothing pushes it. Some people might agree with me, whether it's animals or people or some kind of a dirt that has been accumulated in a certain part of your house. Apply it within yourself. We only have so much time to conquer ourselves. That's what I'm getting to. We are not here to control what's outside. Most of the time, when we're controlling, we're all the time. Trust me, I have done all that. This is a transformed person talking to you. So I'm hoping and praying that it might do a little bit of effect. I might make my life worthy, because I've been kept alive supernaturally. Experiences I've had is just it's worse than fiction. So, and I'm sure many are experiencing. We haven't just come together. But it's cooking, it's rising. It's my understanding. We're not here to control. We are here to conquer. Okay, what does that mean? That means it's work. Sorry, but it's work. But you have to do something, right? I mean, we came back, we have this life, we have to do something. You can't just sit around in this negative state of mind all the time, just waiting for something bad to happen, waiting for somebody to do something, and it's so like a thick energy that is just very disturbing and annoying presence. It's a lie that you're okay, that nothing's wrong with you. It's a lie, because it's fear doing that, and that's natural. Like I said, it's a surviving instinct. Really, actually, there is no family that is happy. There is no people who are actually comfortable or are satisfied, isn't it? That's what this is all about. We're just not satisfied. It doesn't matter how much we have, how much we earn, how much, whatever we do, it's just, and then it gets over, and then we come back again. I'm talking about life and death. Death and life and death. It just goes on and on and on and on. So, okay, that's a fact. Well, how can we make it better? It's possible, it's doable, but like I said, it's work. Because when we do that, when each one of us is actually looking inside of yourself, that is, after you create a new space, you sit in that space and you think, let it flow through, let the thoughts come, let yourself feel all that's happening. All these energies will be like just exploding like a volcano from within. But it's not threatening, because you've started to do the work. So that's what that love does. It pushes it out, because what's happening is the love is rising. It's like a spirit filling your body up, filling your entire being up with something that will replace what is misplaced. That's a good one. It's just misplaced. It's scattered. It's everywhere. There is no integration. There is no consistent radiation of that kind of love. from within. When that starts to happen, all the other things just falls away. With me, in my understanding of watching and observing and being a witness to what's been happening to me, in my opinion, it's been a very elaborate process, inch by inch by inch by inch. But like I said, I'm hoping that my sisters and daughters and mothers out there don't have to go through such an intense, because now I have the teaching, I have the experience, and I want to share it, because this kind of gift of love is only satisfied when it gives, and then it actually gets full again. It like it's never ending. The more you give, you feel like the more you have. So that's what a feeling of satisfaction is, isn't it? That's what the feeling of fulfillment is, isn't it? After you have blissed out and blessed out, and you just sit in the space of reminiscing that, then you carry that energy to the next one, like that. It becomes a song. Your whole life becomes a song. And who doesn't want to hear a beautiful song? Let me thank you, my Lord, for the gift of this love. Let me thank you, my Lord, for the gift of this love. The thinking process in the mind is very important. When that is mastered, everything becomes easier. But it's work. Like I said, it's work. But what else have we come here to do? Let's do the work. Doesn't matter how hard, how easy, all these excuses, I have to do this, I have to do that. That's what I mean by controlling the world. That there is no end to that. There is freedom in this kind of living, and there is a lot of space to move around, which is when it's comfortable, isn't it? Even when we take the body, if something is stuck and you're not able to move, there's pain. So we work around the pain. That's what we started this topic with. And we create the new space. Then what do you do with the space? When we fill it with love, it's not crowded. It's not like a hoarding. Oh God, when we were in Seattle, we were just walking around and I just look up. I'll never forget this lesson I learned. I look up at this apartment and it's full of stuff, and with boxes and this and that, and I guess whatever that mind was, it's like can't clean up, can't throw it away, all these excuses to keep hoarding. I didn't even know the word hoarding at that time. So I learned that, wow, because what you exhibit as your life is what you are. It's your mind, and each one has a time and space. What we call a day or a time limit, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or even a whole lifetime, it is bound. It's a binding entity, but it doesn't apply to being free. So that's why it is eternal. If time is eternal, then you're not bound by it. I'll give you an example. You are having a relationship with somebody. Let's just say that there is something happening, and that's what's going on in your life at that moment. Whatever is going on in the other person's life is known only to him or her, and she or he says, okay, I'll do something. I will put some money in your bank account. We'll get to the money issue later. This kind of happened recently, so I'm mentioning it. It's spontaneous, what I'm remembering that's happened recently, I'm sharing. So all stories are true, by the way. Nothing is created, nothing is photoshopped. That's what this world has become. There are certain kinds of minds that they have gotten used to filtering out, lying, and just trying so hard to make their stories so good that so much lies, is a deception is being induced in their stories, that it starts to look weird. It starts to sound like I said, a rhetoric, repetition of their stories and all the lies they have said, and then they remember the lies spoken as a picture in their mind, and then they believe and think that it's basically a deluded mind. That's a crazy mindset, insanity. And think about it, and that's the reflection of what happens in their world. Like reflection of their mind in the world. Think about it. What kind of a video is really real nowadays? Today is June 2nd, 2025. Nothing. I mean, they're freely propagating, and there's like you click a picture, it's not real. You Photoshop it, you do this, you do that. And all this, we can take technology as a very good analogy for this, and even learn a lot of lessons through that. I have been in the IT field for more than 15 years. Yes, it's true. I can give you proof. Even worked many projects in Microsoft in Seattle. That's just a fact that I'm sharing, not as a credential to make my resume look good. No. It's how I know a lot about technology, and no, I don't know a lot. I mean, I wouldn't be considered a geek or any compared to what is going on now. I learned just enough to learn lessons and apply it in my own life or whatever. Now it's coming of use, right, in this talk. So there you go. It should be useful in your life. But if you really give your life to God and let Him mold it and guide you, it may be a short and sweet experience, but it will definitely fill your database up with good data. important enough to be able to conquer yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. So coming back to my analogy of the concept of changing everything, nothing now, so nothing's real exactly, right? But then we get into media, we watch this, we do that, then we get serious about something, we start talking about it, and we really put emotions into it, and we start feeling so bad about something that's happened. Oh, we're so far away from the truth, isn't it now? Like in the new phones nowadays, they have all these options to make it look brighter, make it look this, make it look that. Then don't even talk about the AI art now. So the concept of creativity is completely delusional, completely overlapped with all this technical thing. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome because that kind of a brain has twisted itself into all these things. But why? Something that's natural has been molested and abused and made it into something else. Now we're jumping up and down about that. Think about it for a second. And we're giving real emotions, and we're having relationships, and we're calling it life. See, there's no room or space for love or to experience anything. The cup is so full. How can you fill that up with anything? Right? Your cup is full and you say you want more. What will happen if I pour more tea into a cup that's already full of tea? It's going to spill. It's going to fall all over. So what's the use? It's not going to work. Like you said, in my own life, I've learned in the hard way. And that's why I'm hoping it'll be easier for you. That you may be able to hear it and apply it in your own life in your own way. With whatever, no two lives are same. No two people can follow the same instructions to resolve something if it's a real problem. Okay, so how I have learned is the hard way to actually even choose to change myself, because the desire or the intent is so strong to bring love in the family, to want to have a proper relationship, to have a normal kind of an experience and give value to life, and to kind of be free, get relief from this constant hurt and tears and anger, frustration. Somebody did this to me, somebody did that to me, over and over and over again. You know what I mean? You just want to come out of that shell. You just want to break free from that. And I've learned no amount of shouting. I've just mentioned this. Shouting and anger. Even if you're telling the truth, ladies, if you're going to show that part that goes crazy and it's disturbing, and every day, no one, especially men, they don't know what to do about it. It's too strong. It's too powerful. There's no control. It doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then let's try something that may work, isn't it? Because ultimately, underneath it all, dear women, in our hearts, we want love, we want to be loved, and we want to love others. And if something stops us from doing that, it's really frustrating, isn't it? Yes, mothers, I know what you're going through. But again, step back a little bit. Look into yourself about the nature of how it is rendered. When the truth is spoken with love, and when you're living life with gentle manners, it is profoundly effective. If you really mean it, that you want the other person to be helped, to change, So let's change it, let's turn it around. So I was talking about the technology. Be careful, because once you're into it, sucked into this pit of the hell, of course, God can come anywhere, anytime to save you. Come out of it. It's possible. You don't have to be stuck there. We can use it. You still can have a phone. You don't have to throw it out. See, because when you have conquered yourself, you have control over your emotions. There is balance, and that kind of beauty is something else. It's otherworldly. Like with your body, it's naturally aging. It's like a machine. It's going to get old. So with the body, you start changing your life consciously. Awareness is a very important tool in this project. Change the way your body lives, does what, with regards to simple things, basic things, in the mind also. So that's what, that integration of the body, mind and the spirit has to go along through the entire life. Otherwise, the imbalance is so profound that it creates conflicts. It creates tufans, tornadoes, and because the natural instinct to be balanced, or to, like I said, survive and take care of yourself, it's natural. It's going to do it. But if it's infected and infested like this, then whatever you touch becomes that. That's what the concept of a virus, isn't it? I like to be natural, organic. You can do a little bit here or there, but one doesn't even know or has consciousness in the body to even experience the real thing. That's how much it's been contaminated. You are literally swimming in poison and toxic energies. So just hear me out. You can use technology if it is helpful and useful. Certainly, a heart loves, it doesn't hurt. Communications can be refined. It does make a difference. How we talk, what we say, and with what intention. See, because that's what's happened to me. I am not deluded in the slightest way. what is happening. I have experienced love, the gift of love, which is what has touched me, changed me, taught me, and I want to give the gift back. That is how I can acknowledge and be grateful to this gift of love. The best way to appreciate a blessing is to give it back. We were talking about giving a gift, right? I mean, if somebody gives you a gift, like, wow, that's wonderful. So now what do you think? You want to give the gift back to them. Something like that, right? Deception, lies, painting something on top of you that is not true or right, and confusing everybody, and people are caught up in this unnatural world of really human beings have real emotions and real feelings. It hurts. Unless you're some other kind of a creature that's not made of all that, well, then this talk is not for them, right? But I doubt it. So respecting creation and living life like it's precious is what is going to get us closer to the truth of that gift of love. It's actually already there. I mentioned in my last talk that you seek something so hard to attain it, and then you realize, after all the experiences and all the journey, you realize you've been having it all the time. You already attained it. It's already there. That's why it's frustrating, because you were seeking for something that's already there. It's a seed. It's been planted. Needs to be nurtured, watered, and it will grow, and it will be what it is within every one of us. We have to grow more beautiful. As we grow more beautiful, we're not here to grow more ugly. Right? We are here to grow more beautiful. More and more and more beautiful. Fill this earth with, there is nothing worse than an ugly garden, isn't it? You want the garden to look beautiful. But then there's work to do. Pruning, cutting, watering, and then the garden is beautiful. That's what God is doing in His garden of love. In His garden of love, the plants, the trees, it's all us. And what's happening inside of us. But that's beautiful. Just thought of that now. That is beautiful. The garden of your thoughts, your words that you say, your actions, your very presence, your very being. And when we all come together as beautiful flowers, then He will look at it and say, it's good. It's fantastic to have experienced these kind of visualizations in the mind, because it's been given to me. this love in within is actually bringing it out. So that's our goal here, that's our intent, and our attitude is to keep doing the work, understand the space and how we're gonna float in it for the rest of our lives. It's a new path, it's a new way, and it goes parallel to all the other nonsense that's happening all around. It doesn't matter, whatever that nonsense is, you can use it as an opposite force to choose and do the work. So it's all good. Everything bad that is happening to you or done to you can be changed into something good with the right attitude and the correct intention. Anything. It's our personal experience. And then eventually we do realize even a so-called identified enemy can be loved, and any negative energies, anything can be touched with love. It has a lot of powerful particles in it. A soap that can clean anything. Let's make an ad. But it's not, there is no lie or deception in it. It's tested and tried, and it is a long way to go still. Perfecting love is an art, and we work on it as we need to in this path. Eventually it will all change, and you will notice that the entities that are negative, it will only attach to you if you have something like that in you. Cling on, but when you come free of it and you're walking on this other path, accumulating the steps, you take the first step and the next step, and one step leads to the other. You have to keep up with that momentum, and then eventually this will happen, what has happened to me. I haven't forgotten anything, remember everything, and I'm tracking it well. And with my day-to-day experiences, I'm learning still. It's awesome to be in this place and space, to see that this kind of love actually, it doesn't let the other penetrate the aura. It's beautiful. If you have self-confidence, it's wonderful to be in this space and experience this gift of love as well as we share it with others. We talked about the gift of love. Now we receive it. So this is a journey and experience where new space is created. If you have listened to the previous message, like a canvas of the mind, then we get enough training and maturity. We choose the right colors and the right strokes to create the masterpiece. To create, to fill in the mind's space with clear thoughts of lessons, using the intelligence that translates these experiences into wisdom as we seek His guidance, as we seek relief from torturous energies and frustrated situations. As we mentioned before, the attitude and the intention with which anything is done is what matters. One can apply that to everything in life. So, like I said before, we're here, we have a life, let's figure it out, let's play the game, let's solve the puzzle. Every one of us is playing a role. One cannot just run away or hide and do it all alone in a corner because we are nurturing the fear in us. When one experiences love to the extent that I have, it falls away. When this whole thing began, these beautiful messages would come, we would grab it, start writing it, start recording it, because it was otherworldly and it would come from a different portal altogether. A kind of place and space so beautiful and so full of freedom, because when you have a lot of space, then you can move freely. It's the concept of even in the body. The body is a great teacher in that way. If one is in that journey to understand what's going on within, it begins with the body, right? To honestly and truthfully decipher or diagnose what's happening and then do the needful. These beautiful information is coming because of the condition of the world. No one is actually living in the body, really. There is a lot of distractions out there, nested deceptions, and one can easily get into it. But again, this is not a fear installing software here. This is a love installing app, and even that is not a push notification. It's not pushed on you, it's only if you allow it. You see, they're very tricky, all these things in technology. They have given an option for you to choose, but if your mind is not in the position to make a choice, or even that you have done the work to understand what you need and what you don't need. Everybody is gambling, everybody is just saying okay randomly, everybody is going way too fast, swiping way too fast and you don't even know what's going through. So even in our own life experiences, in my own experiences, this is not fiction, this is real time. He has taught us, this work has taught us to fight without fighting, but then you have to be very intelligent, you have to be aware, you have to be awake. Then we can, and then even better when you have a family doing this work together, because we need each other, we're all different. You need a mother, you need a father, and you need a child to do this work. It's beautiful. That is what is called the body of God. So we work with what we have. We learn from all the experiences, dealing with people, family, work, everything, and we keep doing this work within. It has to be in a background app running all the time. That's the main system has to work properly in order for the installed apps to work properly, right? So I'm fortunate that way to be blessed with this gift, to learn all these lessons. It makes so much sense. You can apply it anywhere, in any field, and in any situation, personal, professional, or spiritual. So the lessons begin in the body, and creating a balance. I personally do that. If I don't use it, or that's just my lifestyle, what I have come to be and changed into, there is no forcing, there is no pushing. I'm not allowing that. When you have the antivirus software installed, right, before even the virus comes and attacks, you have to deal with it. So, and I'm being very honest about it. Am I going to use this or not? No. So I don't need it. Simple. I don't need my phone telling me when to do this, when to do that, because I have a life and I'm tracking that. You see, I am using the phone. The phone is not using me. A simple concept of that you can, because it's a trap. Anything that binds you is a trap, isn't it? We think that we are playing the dice, we're rolling the dice, but before even you know, the dice will be playing on you. These are very that's the concept of virus is actually beautiful. Beautiful teachings can come out of that, because that's what it is. The virus trespasses. It looks around and finds hosts that it can inhabit. It enters without permission. Think about it. It goes and attacks all the good parts, taking help of the bad parts. The whole teachings are there. So let's reflect back on to ourselves. How are we doing? Are we doing that to somebody? Are we trespassing? Are we taking the relationship for granted? Are we on this path of disrespectful, dysfunctional, disconnected, journey? Or are we on this love train? where I'm going to knock on the door politely, wait for them to answer the door, then enter, then have cordial relationship, communications clear in the language that the other person can understand. There is no silent, non-verbal abuse going on. These are some of the beautiful characteristics of a normal relationship, which needs to begin from within. And all this began, these words were strong and it hit us because how beautifully, that too in English, just 26 letters. And he said it this way, he said, if you're really that strong in your thinking and in your opinion about what you are and how right you are and how beautifully you are exhibiting your feelings and emotions, he said, I bow down to the temple of rebellion you have created through your pain. I bow down and I ask to be forgiven. I touch your feet. But honey, dear ones, if it is you, then let us continue. I to this day read that over and over again and I think, wow, and I reminisce and reflect upon what a profound impact it made in my entire system. It was the best antivirus word that went in and attacked every inch of all the rebellion and the viruses and everything inside. And it was so humbling. It was like fall in my hands and I said, wow, I'm sorry. No, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be coming and touching my feet and asking sorry. It takes you that humble from a great energy, that humbling word, and the powerful effect of a soft love with tears in his eyes, and heart full of love and arms open, saying, come in, children of God, come inside and experience life in this beautiful kingdom. You see, I cried a lot reading that because it made sense. What have I done? Building this layers and layers of offenses and anger and sadness and sorrow, and from that place what comes out is anger, sorrow, frustration. So imagine if that's what we are carrying and sloshing around, how many people have I hurt? How many people have I touched the wrong way through words and through thoughts and through my actions? Because it was natural, it was just spontaneously coming out, no control, no maturity, no stability. The last thing a person with that kind of energy can do is receive anything, because the cup is so full. You can't receive anything, leave alone receiving it with grace and dignity. So it was very humbling when he said that. I was like, perfect landing, perfect arrow, sharp enough to just wake you up but not hurt you. You see, this whole concept of trust me, I have done it, beating, punishing, being angry, it doesn't work, right? You do it over and over again and you realize that you're draining out, it's not working. This is how the demons feed off of each other, the demonic energies, and it doesn't work. Even if you're doing it with the intention that somebody should change, or you're helping somebody, it doesn't matter, because the energy is not right, the intention is not correct, so it doesn't work. So then you start thinking, why would I do it if it's not working? Let me figure out if I can do it some other way. And that's when we keep coming back home to love. It's beautiful because it's soft. I was just thinking this morning, Lord, have you changed me into the soft being and soft soul that, from what I was before. It's a extreme makeover, or should I say, I just removed and cleared up all the junk and realized this is who I am within. And I was asking, this has become too soft now to live in this harsh world and hard world. How am I going to survive? And then instantly the answer came, no, it's because it's soft, it's going to work. Because what happens when you throw something on a soft thing, it doesn't affect it. It bounces back. It actually backfires. You see? And because it's a soft thing, it's not going to hurt anyone else. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about extreme energies of anger, lust, you name it. We've been through that. It's not that you can't even see it. You see it so clearly. These energies are huge, monstrous, and absolutely no sympathy. It's exactly the opposite. Yes, one can crumble and die in fear in front of that. Literally. So we all carry that, it's in the families, it comes through generations. So if it's a soft thing, it's actually more powerful. That one look of, I know everything, I know what you did, and I'm still here to look at you lovingly and touching you forgivingly and saying, come, let's move on. Then it turns out we are the ones who have to do all the work. Okay, it hit me, but then there was a lot of work to do after that. I think the cleaning up process is it's an ongoing effort. But that's what keeps us humble, to keep doing this work. So think about it. We create this new space and we realize there is this gift of love. How we're going to share, how we're going to give. It's a soft thing. It's not a hard thing, right? It's a soft thing. And how we receive it. There is so much confusion and chaos in giving and receiving, because it's based on selfishness and some kind of scheming or scamming going on everywhere. It's everywhere. You have to fall into the trap. You have to do something wrong. You have to bribe, right? Or even jobs now. It's amazing. You want to get a job. You want to get a salary. It used to be that you work and you get the money. Now you have to pay them money for them to give a crappy job, and then we'll see whether they'll pay or not. I have tried it. I've gone through that. I've lost all the money. I never got anything back. So we don't want that. It's a dead end. We're gonna turn around and we're gonna walk this new path. We're gonna walk away from that, and on faith and belief, we're gonna hold this mighty hand that's leading us, and we're gonna walk the other way. And as we walk with him in this path with the grace, unbelievable things have happened to us and we're still here alive. It is a very, very strong energy. Don't underestimate it. Whether you can see it or not, whether you can understand it or not, whether you can experience it or not. With one snap of a finger, one thought, and with one word, everything can change. It's the real light. It's the real sound. A sound that will linger in your ears way after it's gone. A touch that will remind you of his love way after it's finished touching you, in a way that your heart feels consoled and soothed. So receive it. Receive for now. This is just a word. Receive the gift of love. Receive it with as best attitude and obedience, reverence, folded hands, humility as you can. And then we'll keep continuing doing the work and moving on. We will find many more lessons to learn. But the love will always be there. We'll always be friends. There is freedom here to move around and do the work, to realize and understand your own self in your own way, in your own life. All it takes is one person to do this work, and it will come flooding in. All the help, all the grace, all the mercy, all the kindness, all the love, all the money. Tathastu. Amen. So funny thing happened yesterday. I was walking around, and many times you think this should happen, that should happen, and you're prophesying your day, you're thinking this, that. With the kind of mind I have now, it's like a big sports car with, you just go in, you don't use all the power. That's what I'm talking about. Even with the technology, you don't have, just because it's there, you don't have to use it. You have to make the choice to use what you need. That's the work. That's why you can maintain your dignity without falling into embarrassing situations. But don't fear about falling. You can always rise up again. So I was just walking around, and I went inside the. It's an ashram. So there is a hall where prayers go on, whatever. You can go sit in. I don't usually, because I always feel his presence all the time. I don't feel like I have to sit in a particular place to do it. All that has fallen away. But last evening I did. I thought, let me reminisce all the memories I've had, and I'm sitting behind. My body is older now. I can't do all the things I used to do. So, just taking it cool, light, and just sitting there. And just in the spirit, just get up. I come out. I almost slipped. I was going to fall, but held on. Every second, every moment, I feel like something's protecting me. But that's the spirit from within. There is this work in the body and the mind, and you're awake and you're aware and you're not distracted. So you kind of help yourself, to balance, even if you're falling. Many times it's happened. And after that little fall, almost slipped, but I caught myself like okay, kind of like a wake up call, right? I walk and I look up, and it's the first time I'm seeing this sign. It said in capital letters, "Why so serious?" And it brought a smile on my face. Why so serious? I'm recording this. Because this was a gift given to us, and all that he said was continue doing this work. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how much pain you have in your body. When I come through in the spirit, and this happens to the work, whether it's through an artwork or or it has a lot of personalities. It has a lot of forms and shapes. It's vast. So even though I'm doing all this and it's beautiful, but this is just one part. But there are other things that I have to work on all day long, just like a normal human being. So there is no intimidation here. We all can feel this divine unity within and with each other, and it's beautiful. There is never going to be a conflict of fear. It's like we're going to have a normal relationship, but with higher virtues. It's like the body, the mind, and the spirit coming together, aligned, integrated. So there were times when I would just go into a very sulky mode, and tears would fall, and sometimes past would come and attack me again, and try to make me make a decision on something that happened 10 years back. See, when you can look at it from a higher perspective, then it makes sense. And you feel so stupid sometimes, and that's good, because it changes you. It helps you to rise up, find your own strength, get up and walk again, isn't it? So thank the embarrassment, thank the falling, thank the feeling stupid. It's all awesome. He said, why so serious? So it brought a smile on my face, because I have been a little intense, and it was not moving through. It was just being stagnating and stuck, and it was an uncomfortable feeling while the prayer is also going on, because there are certain things that's happening that's kind of accumulating and what to say kind of reaching a climax. So its intensity is great. So then I was thinking, wow, just with one word you can just lift up the spirits. You can just what he's trying to say is, cheer up, it's going to be fine. I'm here, I'm going to handle all this. Sometimes I feel like this spirit of love and this this whole experience we're having, it's so big that sometimes you feel like you're going to get crushed in it. That's why he's taking it slow and nice. So let's drop all the mocking, all the hatred, and all the aggressive methods that's coming out of fear and offense, and try this soft power, this soft love in a new way, and walk around with that. Doesn't matter whether somebody is receiving it or not. You receive it and you walk around. That's enough to lighten up the space and light up the place. If we all can do that work, then you do it, you get the result, and we will face the consequence. We will learn from it. Nothing is going to touch you. No one is going to do all the things that has been done. It's not going to happen. You won't let it happen, because you're protected, and we will find a way out of it. Those energies, we have to understand that there are these pure forms of energies which don't change, like anger, hate, all that will be there. It's not going to get destroyed, because they are playing a role. Same with the people who carry certain characteristics. It's the same. They carry these form of spirits, you know. So know that you're in right hands and everything is going to be all right. Love will make its way eventually. We will all live happily ever after in your own home peacefully, and we will choose what is good from the world and use it, not misuse it, not overuse it, but be right, be balanced, help each other. Once you realize you have this, and you know, when you don't go around knocking on people's doors, you wait in that space, you just be in that space, and then when something comes to you for help, then it's very, very profound. I just spoke in the previous talk when I met this lady and talked to her for 10 minutes. It was very profound. That's enough. You see, there's not too much show or makeup or anything deceptive. It's natural. It's not CGI'd, it's not photoshopped. It's the raw, authentic version. That's why the essence is enough. You don't need too much of it. You just need a drop. That's how powerful this is. So the virus that's walking, you know, dancing around and showing how big it is, it's exaggerated. It's magnified into a deluded personality when it doesn't even exist. Have you seen this movie of King Arthur? I remember watching it with my son when he was little. It's beautiful, the analogy. This king, he has this power and all that, and the snake, you know, it looks like a big snake, and then when with the right tool, it's faced and attacked, then it becomes like a small rope. You see, it's like that. It's an accumulated energy that pretends to be a big form or a big demon or whatever, but you can diffuse it. If your intention is to love and not to hurt anybody, especially your own self, then it's possible, very, very possible. So we will receive with grace and dignity the gifts, all the gifts, beginning with love, many more gifts to come, to all the families of God, all the children, especially the children, and to experience life, creating a beautiful story, the future on this earth, heaven on earth, in this very lifetime, and we will be remembered for eternity. That's my prayer today, that God blesses us, never, never, ever lets us go, forgive us, lift us up, and strengthen us to do the works that we have come to do. In His holy name, Amen.